Hey everybody, got another guitar build here for you. This is a curved tri tail tuner. There's like a 65 part video series on more or less the complete building of this guitar, except for like the rough cutout of the body. And I'll leave a link to that in the description. So, since there's all that detail about this guitar already, I'm just going to do a quick overview. This is one of the two curved tri-body guitars that I decided I was going to build. The first one had a headstock, and this is the tail tuner new headstock version. And let's see, basic construction. It's modified eBay maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. Uses 1/2 inch reclaimed plywood for the body and 3/4 inch plywood for the bars. Then let's see, as far as hardware goes, let's see, we got string through at the neck. We've got a Floyd Rose lock nut with thumb screw knobs. We've got a single humbucker at the neck. Originally I had this humbucker wired up, it's just wired straight to the jack now, but it's a coil split, so you could actually get the two coils in series like a normal humbucker. You put them in parallel. You could tap coil A, you could tap coil B, and you could also run them in series with one of the coils out of phase and run them in parallel with one of the coils out of phase, which actually theoretically gave you 6 voices out of the thing. But it turned out that they were almost all identical, more or less, just differences in volume. So, I'd made a pretty cool looking, actually, if you ask me. I'd made a switch plate that kind of went in this little corner here, and it had the jack and a series parallel switch and like a couple on-off switches for the coils and stuff like that. But in the end, it was like, implementing a bunch of stuff that really didn't amount to much. So I got rid of it all and just wired it straight to the jack. Put the pickup, pick the nicest voice. The thing's very bright naturally, so let's see here. Yeah, so it's very bright. This thing acts like a big vibrating soundboard, and that's why I chose the neck position. It seemed to give it the nicest overall voice. And basically this is one of these minimalist stick type guitar things, just with a different shaped body, just because it looked cool. It's one of these Eiffel Tower flying V type things. And let's see, specs. Yeah, so it's got a humbucker. It's semi-hot but not super hot. It's got these parts just came in recently. I've got a roller TOM bridge for it now. Right now it's got the knife edge on it, and there's a matching gold to go here. It's running old style Gibson tuners on it, not locking or anything. And they were used on some previous build or experiment, and one of the tabs on each of them has been ground off, but they still work, so it's okay. This one actually, the whole thing was supposed to be kind of have a bit more of a vintage vibe than the first of the curved triangle guitars, the one with the headstock. That one was actually painted because I was skeptical about the results I'd get with this wood. This turned out pretty good though. This is a Kita wood dye, water-based, and linseed oil for the finish. And there's not that much to it. Like I said, you know, got the roller tree for it, and then coming on down, I've got vertical string trees that I fabbed up. It's just a little brass nail, and then the ball end off of a guitar string, and they make nice little roller vertical trees. The nails are strong enough; they don't really bend unless the thing's like, you know, way up here, and you barely had the nail in wood. So yeah, that's a good way to fab them up. I've been looking online for something like this, but nobody seems to really make it that I've seen so far, at least. So yeah, I wanted to, on the North Carolina guitar build, I was thinking of putting a Silver String Butler version 3.0 on it, but I mean, it's like they want, you know, $65 for 6-pin roller trees with just mounted to a plate. I was like, man, give me a break. Yeah, this costs, geez, I don't know, you get a whole box full of these little brads for like $1, that kind of thing. So, and if you got guitars, you break strings, and you got ball ends, so yeah, this is practically free, man, by comparison. I've actually used this on a number of builds, mostly on the Gibson types, on the headstocks, in order to do a little tree string, the tree butler thing of my own. But yeah, so there's not a whole lot to this thing. Like I said, it's got a real nice open, chimey, kind of bright tone to it. Since it's got the bars and everything ergonomically, it's really, you know, just fine. And it actually kind of looks pretty cool. So, but the one thing about the bars design in general that I've never liked is the fact that they kind of, you know, stick out. They're so big and they stick out so far. They you know, they work great. They don't get in the way or anything, but they just kind of look a little weird. So, and I've actually come up with a solution for that, and yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on build videos. I've got, this is number 1 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and about half a dozen that I have to shoot and post in order to get caught up. Yeah, I think I posted like one. I posted the Cowboys guitar. So yeah, I've got, basically, other than the Cowboys guitar, I've got this one and 6 other builds that I've completed since the last time I posted any video about a build, which was, I think the most recent thing I finished was the series on this guitar. So, but yeah, this is the final video, or the overall one video for this guitar for the build. So, and there's really not that much to it. I think this video is over. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.